Hey, yo, what up, motherfuckers? How's that for an intro? Seems a little more natural than yesterday's. Just saying, like, hello 15 million times. But, might be a little off-putting to the 5-year-olds, because I know a lot of the 5-year-olds love my stream. They're always telling me, Grundle, man, you're the best. We love you. It's you and Barney at the top. Alright. So anyway, what do we got today? We got more Disco Elysium. We made a shitload of progress yesterday. Today is going to be starting with a dream. We're going to go to bed and see how that whole thing goes. And then what's next on the to-do list is talking to the woman on the roof. Talking to the Hardy Boys. Probably report back to the Wild Pines rep and figure out what we're going to do with that body. I know we got to put it in the fridge. So, that's pretty much it. That's all that I got right now. And I'm sure shit's going to change on us, as it always does. So, let's go to bed. Alright, I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit.
You've earned it.
And if it's too loud, hopefully someone will tell me. So, let's go to sleep. Here we go, chat. Getting into it.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
I got my tea, but I don't have my water, so I'm going to have to grab
Here we are
that.
again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware you're not cooperating. Brother man.
Oh no, the limbic system's mad.
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are
Because of the pain.
unpleasantly.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
It's all the system's fault. The system failed me. The body's worthless anyway. No one does anything nice to it. Let's blame it on other people.
And why might that be the case? What lava lights on such a
Just deserts. I'll endure this pain with dignity. No, please. Where's the blessed nothingness, the sweet oblivion? I'm an artist, and liver damage is my art. I think I need medical attention. Sweet oblivion.
You had your chance, Harry boy, and you missed it. Started thrashing around, acting all brave.
So brave.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I'm looking at them all the time.
Sure you do. They're all...
What do
No,
you
they're
think
not.
you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your
Here we go. Day 3. Okay. How many bottles? 19 bottles. Nice. So we want to turn those in too. Is there anything to do in this window?
The window stands broken. The
Yeah,
morning light.
yeah. Okay.
The fan stands still. The
Pull on the
switch must be
fan.
broken because nothing. The
on the
lights.
light, pull
The
on the
lights are on.
Okay. Let's check the mirror.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Okay, let's put the chain cutters in hand. We're gonna try
A mirror
this.
hangs on the bathroom wall. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one
So much for that. Okay. We're going to go see if we can talk to the woman on the roof. That's how we're going to start the day.
This medicine cabinet is pill bottles rattle like...
Okay. No more meds. That's unfortunate. I would have liked some free ones. Is there a check on this? No. Okay. So let's go out. And let's talk to her.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
Talk to you about your room
Yeah.
again? No. Other questions? Let's talk about Sunday night. Yeah, let's start with this.
Yes. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you you're a police officer.
It's one of the first things I remember doing. In darkness, did you hear something Sunday night from my room? Yeah, let's do
Wow.
this.
Elysium. You don't hear that term often.
She's a glib girl, but she liked the wording.
Alright, I'm going to turn it up a little bit more. That seems fine. Did you hear something Sunday night from my room?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Any
I can't
visitors?
say. Probably not.
Loud
Sounded like
disco
you were
music?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them.
Okay.
Were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
We mostly just gets hard, doesn't
It would
it?
appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
Okay.
A slow, sad song started playing. Like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of that time you were yelling along to it.
Let's see if I was singing
Yes.
this.
There was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that.
Alright, one
And
sec, chat.
also-
I'm going to grab the water. Do-ba-do-do-do. The smallest, saddest church, huh? Alright, what else?
That it doesn't matter anymore, and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
Like a wild beast?
Yes, it was very cool.
Then what
You
happened?
started screaming and trashed the place.
Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted? That's so me. What did I do? That's so me. What did I do?
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Was there anything else?
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5.
Say nothing.
She feeds herself another cigarette.
Look her in the eye. So that's volition. We don't want to do that yet. Titus Hardy gave me a recording on it. The deceased says he intends
She
to
puts her coffee
rape
cup down
someone.
with a soft ring. As the porcelain meets the metal, this does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man. Or that he had good intentions.
He specifically
Only that he was
identified you, though.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
Intercepted radio chatter, sounded
Does he say
authentic.
he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Something to that effect, yes. I can't remember. I'll say it was the exact
Yeah.
words.
That was practically his pickup line.
A memory surfaces in her tired neocortex. It's not entirely unpleasant.
Did he say
Okay.
whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was
He
mentioned.
wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Was he bragging? Do you think he was trying to scare people?
No. I'm pretty sure he did all those things. And then had to internalize them to keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his
Persona.
running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani's ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and...
When he
Okay.
said he was done, and done mentally, it didn't sound like a joke. Sounded like
on.
a deeply troubled man.
He said he was mentally done. That sounded like a broken man to me.
Well, maybe I pieced him back together with my magical personality.
Weren't you afraid? You like this kind of stuff? You like this kind of stuff.
We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first
Did he
love.
tell you he had actually done
Mr.
any of those
Kohoi?
things in
No.
Martinez? Okay.
We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess.
Okay.
At ease.
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell. She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Can you tell me more
Sure,
about him?
I can try. What do you need?
His
Actually,
name.
officer, I didn't know his name. I
Okay.
guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him.
All right.
Where in the GRIH is the lieutenant? Possibly speeding from one terminal to another in glorious solitude. Wherever he is, you need him. Your other questions will make little sense without him here.
All right, let's go get him. Let's go get the lieutenant. We did our thing that we had to do. Yeah. Man, I need to turn on the AC. Nope, nope. But a cat's in the window. Bella's sitting in the window, so I can't close it and turn on the AC. Woe is me. Oh shit, actually. Let's take these. Alright, that's more money, baby. We're gonna be fucking rich. Good morning.
Yes?
Nothing. Who are these jokers?
You look like shit. And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
I don't look like shit. I know it's intentional.
Like undercover?
Well, as far as disguises go, this is one of the best I've seen. I mean, I could swear
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough...
it's not just this week. What you want?
Okay, so this guy is cool. He stands there like a statue. Don't even try to win him over. You won't.
There's something strange about this guy. Figure it out. Let's hope. Here we go.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Tell me the truth. Do you know me from somewhere?
Oh, I definitely
Another life.
From where? From
Yes.
another life?
from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
It's a great question. I can't remember if I'm the 57th.
I think even in this fictional reality, the 57th would still be my station.
My condolences. Go ahead. Have another guess.
Order
Okay,
first.
okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really somewhere good.
Let's talk more hypothetically about
Okay.
this. Oh, the hypothetical 4-1. Yeah, let's fantasize about that. I'm not busy, you're not busy, so let's play around. What would our relationship be?
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
You seem like a cool guy. You seem like a bit of a drag. Kim's cooler
I'm
than
sure
you.
he's fucking flattered. But Kim is not part.
The lieutenant is silent.
No offense,
None
I could do
taken,
better.
my friend. None taken. Let's be honest. There's been some purely fictional talk in our imaginary station in regards of who the... And the conclusion is that a man with your caliber should form his own one-man policing unit. Anyone else would just slow you down.
Do you have a crime to solve?
No. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes.
This isn't helping.
Who
You're
else is
not
there?
going to believe this, but police officers. Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock.
Hold on a sec, I got a text message, guys. Let's see. Let's see. Do we have? All right, I gotta kick the cat out. I have to close this window. All right, I'll be back in a minute or two. All right, excuse me. I gotta get in there. Excuse me. All right. Sorry about that. Life gets in the way sometimes. One day when I'm a full-time streamer making millions of dollars, I won't have to worry about all these things. Solving crimes and getting locked up, bad guys in, get this, and not getting their drink on it
Just
too.
some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lang.
Who is the far-out son
it's
of Lang?
you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you.
Want to tell me?
Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth.
He's trying to protect you from further rough handling, dished
Okay.
out by the sunglassed man.
I can't imagine it anymore.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. A gram of compassion in that.
Kim, who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy, they're mad at him. No wonder. He just doesn't recognize them.
Okay, got some
About
questions.
what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
Megastar, a revolutionary, a prophet.
Not the prophet shit again.
He didn't answer your question.
Now, will you answer
No.
some questions for me? Why not?
Because it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
If you don't want to answer questions, maybe you don't want to. Maybe you want to hear me say things.
Actually, I don't want to hear.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things.
Okay.
I want.
Hear that? He wants. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
Okay.
So,
the man is hanged.
Do you know who hanged him? Yeah,
Not yet.
I can see that.
Why am I
don't
telling
know.
you?
Why are you?
Who knows why we do the things we do? Somehow bouncing those ideas off the man with sunglasses.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it? Okay, why not? So, do you know? I don't. Oh my god.
We got nothing.
there's
Okay,
more.
see you
Watch out for
around.
yourself.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right?
Yes.
There's something missing here.
Yeah.
Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at.
I should
Yes.
ask him.
Just cross it.
Again? I can't believe
Are we
I'm
from the
going to
same
say
station?
No. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say?
Okay.
Jean. He said okay. Give it a rest.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control.
Not a cop.
agent, something of that kind.
See you around. Can we talk to her?
In an RCM patrol officer's.
I would really prefer not to talk.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM.
Okay.
Below lieutenant and sergeant.
You're a patrol
Yes.
officer.
I am.
I'm a
I
cop
know.
too.
Here's the real deal.
Are you the
I'm
cavalry?
definitely not the cavalry.
Is everything alright? Why don't you want to
I
talk to
don't
me?
know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Have I wronged you at school? I thought Kim and I were the only ones. I'm deeply flawed, but I bring joy. Why? Do I bring word of the end to come? I thought Kim and I were
No,
the
you're
only
not.
cops.
You're not the only cop.
Something changes in her.
Okay,
Okay.
fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What precinct?
What precinct?
Am I from? God.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
Are we or are we not from
God
the same
damn
police
it, you
station?
leave her alone. Keep
Ooh.
your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates?
Are you with
Let's
him?
not.
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
You look cute
And
together.
you look like you don't bathe, on principle.
Easy. Let's not turn this into another exchange, okay?
Cool,
I
I'm
don't-
also police.
I don't.
Don't say anything, Judith.
Wait, is he police? What are you, the police?
I'm
doing
just
here?
looking out for.
You?
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
A policewoman.
Yes, a policewoman who just wants to do her job.
Okay.
That's all.
Something about the man with sunglasses and you. The
Yeah.
energy between.
Goodbye. Weird. Alright, we got a lot of stuff to do. Let's talk to him.
Can I help you?
About my
Dr.
bill.
Real?
I have this
You
giant
must
novelty
be
check.
kidding, right? Yeah, good one. But this establishment only takes cash. Now,
Freight, near the gates. They'll exchange it.
Okay. Not yet.
why are you wasting my...
Goodbye. This woman probably has nothing new.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Yeah, that's good for her. We gotta investigate this brew.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Yep, talk about
The
manana.
mention of manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively
Okay.
"Your friends."
Point
The
to the
man
pot.
says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Nod.
Horse need more vodka?
Okay, so it's
Ah.
vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits.
Vodka borscht! I love it, Patan! Turn it the fuck up and then ask for some
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea. Honestly, the place is a powder keg.
Cut it? Yeah, let's say cut
The
it.
cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Good. Let's go. Any tasks that we wanted to get for the map? Composure with Renee, visual calculus, conceptualization, perception, the hangman, and interfacing. I think visual calculus might be good. We've already got a lot into that. How's conceptualization? We don't want to do that one either. Perception, composure, interfacing. Perception, composure, interfacing. Could do that. Where's perception? Why do I not see perception? Can I? Oh, there it is. Composure. What's the composure for? Yeah, let's do... I don't care about Renee. I think perception would be good. Or interfacing. Okay. Yep. Very good, very good. Let's see if she's got anything. We got to talk to Titus.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Okay, she's got nothing to say to me. We know. Quick save. Look at the window.
Again, you find yourself looking at that big old window.
You've been here for... Let's try this.
Nothing. Just black tangles like the hair of an old woman.
Damn it.
Motionless. The wind in the yard doesn't reach the hawthorn.
Revert the gaze. And let's talk to Titus. There's something with that window that's got to be pretty important.
What is it now?
I wonder if there's something like in the bush that we're missing, or if we realize we can like spy on them through the window. I've connected you. I talked to Claudia about the
Damn.
tape. Stands by what she said.
Fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
It was bad. Honestly, I expected it to have more effect. She pretty much laughed it off.
Fuckity fucker. And what did she say then? That it's fine.
Sounds like you wanted it to change her mind about the hanged man. This is definitely personal.
It did not come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared. I think it made her a little nostalgic. She seemed, nostalgic.
In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore.
Oh boy.
Oh, fucking righty then. I guess it's good then.
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors.
This is just perfect. Just fucking Perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
Women are crazy. Irrational.
I don't think I'm saying
That's
that.
what you're thinking, right? Also, your fists
I think this is personal for you. I think you had feelings for her. You know what I think? Women are crazy. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Maybe she is still in denial. Be straight with me. What really happened? Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Let's say it's personal.
Yeah, they're all queers. Can't bump, hard fist, or anything.
That's not what he said. He said, everyone's got feelings for each other. Where are you going with this?
That's all right, Glenn. I just thought, I thought anyone would come around if they heard that shit.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
You wanted her to see the man for what he was. Now that you know, you might want to lay off this topic. Or else...
I just got too worked up. Big man lost his shit. It's cool now.
Alright, be straight with me. What
I
really
already
happened?
told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly.
Come on,
Okay.
Titus. It's been a long day. I'm tired of running back and forth between you. I can see you're tired too. Why don't you just...
8:30 in the morning, Kim. It hasn't been that long of a day.
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her.
This is the petulant rage of someone who's at the end of their wits.
No kidding, Half-Light.
Lying, scamming. We're done. Yeah.
I don't think it's over.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
The window might be closing. The more beers they get in them, the less cooperative they will be.
Let's try this.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The
All
person
right.
driving it was present.
Good
at the
job,
landing.
Kim.
It was one of you. We've connected the footprint. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de...
No, the thunder is his. Leave it to the lieutenant.
You're right. There's no local drug trade except you. No, do the honor. You've earned it. Yeah.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the...
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run one.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community.
You're admitting to profiting off of poisoning your own people. Good idea. People are always going to do drugs. At least this way you have some control. Keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact there's plenty of drugs out there. There's still plenty of drugs out there. I have some in my bloodstream right now.
Enjoy your shitty ride, junkie cop. We still have it under control. All you're doing is con.
Yeah.
All right.
There's always going to be little sprouts. People find a way to make coin, but that's the little picture.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation.
Yeah, we got you,
Not quite
Titus.
yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy boys here.
Let's get him.
My answer is fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th.
Finally,
Protecting
got
somebody.
something out of him. This could prove useful in the future.
Yes, it could.
And here we go. Back to the...
I know. Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat, he left 2 sets of... Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. So that's a rhetoric that I have 0 in. It's a blue check. I'm going to take off now. Let's see. What's our blue check? Intellect and lose a health. We can smoke a cigarette. Yeah, let's do it. See what it brings us up to. This thing bugs out like every time. So, intellect raised at the expense of a health.
It's you again.
Let's see what we're
What
at.
is it?
It's going to be like 8% instead of 3%. But we'll try it. Because we can try it again. Yeah, it's still 3%. So we need a 6-6. Let's try it.
Clausia is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them really good.
You guys are always telling me they're good, and then they aren't.
Those are the other guys. My shit is solid gold. You can trust me.
They all look really bad.
Oh, you don't like these arguments? Let's see you come up with your own. Why is Goldmouth mean to him? Something is wrong. It doesn't look like he's succeeding.
It's clear you're being played like a fiddle. I know what's going on here. I've been wrong too. I got this fucking dark shadow over my heart. I'm going to tell you a story about Kim. Kim, I'm going to need your gun. I've been wrong too.
What the hell are you talking about?
As I awakened into this world, something came with me, an ancient sadness. I got fucked by some chick. Fucked real
Look
bad.
around, cop. These men are dock workers. They don't...
I don't know, boss. I'm always up for another suicide.
Yeah, me too. I'm always up to...
You won't hear it. That's enough for the circus now, officer. Let's do procedural questions. Or even, why not take a...
These working class oaf don't know how to talk about feelings. You shouldn't have opened up to them. Or anyone.
I'm going to take off. Damn! Alright. We need to open the waterway and go to the... Let me check that waterway task. Yeah, fuck. We gotta convince them. Use the panel, which should be done Monday morning. Alright. Let me do a quick save. Let's get our money.
The tear machine.
Insert your
bottles
bottles. And...
A small cabinet on the wall is filled.
Nope, not that one.
You see, the packages are small, discreet.
+1
sloppily
endurance.
stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
No need. That's funny. Okay.
A colourful...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Alright, leave this. Talk to her.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Exchange the check.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir. Anything else I can...
Blow the whole thing on speed and gin right now. Speed and gin.
Alright, leave. Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. What was the check that we were doing? Not rhetoric, not drama. Can't remember. Alright, let's see. Do we got anything with this guy?
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerines.
Wrong. You did the right thing with Measurehead.
Let's talk about our right to work.
Alright, this guy. Sick of this guy.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Was nice enough. Labor Utopia.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Everett said you had a key to a door.
What door is this key supposed to open?
Belongs to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I heard something about a weasel and it didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. I'm not opening the door for myself, for the working men. I'm not really doing this for political reasons. I'm a hustle grinder.
I'm not so sure about the hustle grind, but you know, it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags.
Yep.
That's all I know. Our organization is what you call
Okay. Where did you get
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really true. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Who he is and what they're fighting for? Ask him about the Hardy Boys.
Do you know anything about the Hardy
Los
Boys?
Hardys? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but they're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Eberhard's law. But really...
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes?
There's only one law friend, and that's me.
Must be nice being something else for a change. The rest of us are just folks. We're
Why are you
negotiating our
striking?
share.
Your
Aye.
share. How large a share would you get? Wait, so not wages
This
or
stuff.
pensions? Or
They already covered.
shouldn't you be grateful? It's a lot more than most people. At least you got the benefits. That's something.
It's not enough. Not enough to get ahead. More about keeping us in our place.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Are you a communist?
I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself, even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
But the stuff you do aligns admirably with the World Republic. Right on, brother. You shouldn't take what's not yours. Right
That's
on,
the way
brother.
the world works, boyadero.
Biggest communism build. All right, I got a an achievement there. What can you tell me about Everett?
It's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union
I guess
entail?
you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other...
Yeah, watches out.
Corruption. By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? The old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
The death seemed
He
lavish.
is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Interesting.
You would like to say. But then there's that weasel door.
You spent a lot of time thinking about
Sure.
the political
I had the
situation.
necessary free time. Fortunately, there's
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is it all comes together now.
Okay.
The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian boyadero code. It's that of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal.
Maybe I'm a boyadero. No. I could.
No, the man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could effortlessly go even wider.
Any idea who
Mercenary,
killed him?
eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Harbor's prime area, in your opinion, are the dock workers
What a
involved?
thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing?
Pushed
Your
how?
dead guy was an enemy combatant.
What does
He was
that
an
mean?
agent of the opposition, attempting to
Did
end
you
the murder
kill
of
him?
life. But that's just me. Large organizations like our...
He means a more violent...
Understood. This has been of limited use.
No problem.
Yep.
I wish the best
Alright.
to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
Gotta go. Fantastic. Let's go here. See what we got with Measurehead. What's up, buddy?
Your race descent has temporal.
Alright, nothing for him. Let's do a quick save. I I think we need to inspect the fridge. Right? Talk to the Pines rep. And check. Come on, go down. He like gets confused sometimes. Okay. Lorry driver is a woman. I wonder if there's anything that I should be doing with this. We got Kuno behind the greenhouse. That's the steps. Okay, that's the apartment we gotta go to. Let's let's check out this fridge. Again.
This orange machine is dead still. You slip your finger. No. If you want to try again, then you need...
Equip
okay, the pry bar.
by going to the tool.
There we go.
This orange machine is
very
dead
low.
Still. It has a hand crank.
Leave. Let's check
the
this.
The eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge, slowly melting.
What do you think of this fridge?
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it's more than big enough and cold enough. Honestly, it's perfect.
Alright, let's close it back in. Close it back in. Let's close it. I don't think we need to go to the woman upstairs.
This orange machine is dead. Turning the crank is all. What better to assuage?
Wait. So I need to unequip this?
This orange machine is...
No, they're over here.
Both cables are unplugged from the breaker box. A giant electric mammal awaits.
Great. Okay. The owners of this building will just have to keep paying for the electricity sucked up by this monstrosity a little longer.
Somewhere, a machine hums along with the current.
Leave this. There's got to be more in this building. I just don't know.
This orange machine.
Alright. I just don't know what to do with my time. I feel like I need to take care of this. I need to kick down that door.
The man is decomposing visibly now. Every hour, the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Alright, let's check it one more time. Damage
really
morale.
Until the cadaver is refrigerated. Digging around in this mess now is proving hopelessly difficult.
Alright, let's bag him.
If you think so, officer, I need a little help for carrying him to the holding pen of my kinema. I'll take it from there.
What should I do?
Continue working here. The locals, the case, or attend to your own business. I will meet you downstairs in the whirling rags tomorrow morning.
This means Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. If you have nothing to do, read books or sit on the bench on the plaza.
I thought I was putting it in the fridge. Son of a bitch. Well. I gotta pay for the night too. Let's check this.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
No. Ooh. Wait a minute. What's that? Someone's watching. Interesting. Alright. That's the basement door. Let's talk to the rep. And go over for that. Jane, right? Her name is Jane.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke to the
Yes,
Lorraine.
my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Where exactly are these
It
eyes
doesn't really
located?
matter, and I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pine, in any case, is a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
She's trying to conceal her excitement, but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise.
You seem anxious to know. Why is that?
I've kept my eye on the Camioners. Even tried to get to know one. It's a mystery I'm already invested in. Which one of them, if any, could organize such a complex operation?
Should I share the information or say there's an investigation? I think I'll just say there will be an investigation.
I thank you for sharing that much with me. In any
Okay.
case, you've held up your end of... I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
What was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
I've already heard about the connection, but I need
have
your
an
testimony.
indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My
Alright, give me 1
employer
second, chat. I'll be right back.
Momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
Alright, you're hungry? Okay, we took care of the kitty, so I should be good to move forward. I'm kind of nervous continuing to progress without Kim, but I guess we can follow up on leads and stuff if we have to. A momentary lapse of faith.
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker.
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke.
Do you need a security
Absolutely not.
detail?
These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering. Crenell, an Odonese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, they wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Yikes.
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched.
Alright, what then?
Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Maybe the investigations can team up. Boy, oh boy, is that not good. You made a mess here.
It was the Union who strung him from that tree. My hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before Crenell indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will fall.
They would have to. To project strength, the Union has over 2,000 men.
The numbers are against them, 1,000 to 1. What can they do against the Union? There seem to be... Yeah, let's say the numbers.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, detective? These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most, as I said, a bloodbath.
I can't see it happen. Too many things would have to go wrong. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia.
Alright. Slow
All
your
we can do
roll.
is keep the rest from following suit. One single, concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What can you tell me about
Not
Cornell?
much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called
Down bad.
Deep black.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries.
Anything
Sadly,
else?
no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, if you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
I have no idea what you're
Yes,
talking
your
about.
condition. The International Collaborative Police maintains a database for these sorts of things. Perhaps you should consult it. It was just a suggestion.
Yeah. Could you contact the company?
I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
Alright, one sec, chat. Still checking up on the cat. Alright, that's all good. Okay. Everybody's happy. Both kitties are happy. Nothing to worry about yet. You said the deceased assaulted a woman. Yeah, we know about
Or
this.
he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal.
Who did the
I
passing
cannot
on?
justify by it. The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
And what did the
That man
teenagers
was
say?
killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit.
It's
This
not the
seems
first
to be
I've
the
heard.
accepted
Where did
story
the
around
assault take
Martinique.
place and
Last
when?
Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too.
Okay.
Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Who is the woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
Did you know the
If
guy
you
who
mean,
was
did I see
hung,
him alive?
hanged?
Yes.
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice. But she had sympathy.
You liked him.
Liked is a bit strong. He was the most charismatic among them.
Okay.
He handled all the talking.
And what was his name?
Clearly, his service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others
One
first.
is a man, Courty, they call him, a nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Courty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
Alright, anything else about Lely?
He was 40 or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age.
Okay, anything else?
He was Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Where are the
We've
remaining
gone to ground,
two?
as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out.
I bet it's the
They're
cops.
almost certainly armed. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto.
Vigilantes.
Yeah.
You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
Where does theirs come from?
Somehow, I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them to stand down.
I still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Scab leader, murder, bad reply, clothes didn't fit right, scab leader built like a brick. Let's do the logic. Let's hope that we hit.
One is obviously the scab leader
Yep.
at the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout.
South
They
of the
were keeping
roundabout.
tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
One must be the goon.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's
And
nest.
one is probably looking at the
You
roundabout.
would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Alright, and I had another question for you. How much time?
The executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob. And
You
their
don't know what's going
treating
on.
This matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
Ugh.
Not more.
Maybe sooner.
It's a
Shit.
matter of days, not weeks.
Alright, that's
I'm
enough.
sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Now, can you tell me about these
Of
tattoos?
course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
Observe
her
her.
mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the foot. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's like...
Alright, what do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points.
Okay.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like blooms in a pattern.
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways. A sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century.
What's the
over
use?
300 years ago. The sailors
Yeah, what's
would
the
The
use?
sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by.
Where is he now?
This one is going nowhere but the morgue. For now, the soul is fastened inside his corpse. This one has flown quite far by now. Spoken to him. It's
That
fastened
was
inside his
precisely
corpse.
what the sailors feared when they drew these maps. A fear of drowning.
What
The good
travels
ones
did
are
the
quite
dead
a
man
few.
make?
Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think. Then he
Alright.
made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident.
Okay,
From the Pretto,
let's go, let's go.
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Inter-Easlary Age.
Yeah, it seems
I
like you can
can't.
read it.
This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic...
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. In Martinez, looking into Crenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident.
Who could tell
Mostly
me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors, though I do not.
It could
Alright.
be this or the other way. Maybe if you're tactful, it could be beneficial. Challenge accepted. I say we do it.
Let's ask him.
Do what you have to do, Detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
All right, that's all for the
Is there
tattoos, and
anything
thank
else I
you.
can help you with?
I talked to
You
Everett.
have.
Finally, time to choose sides.
He's a hero of the workers' movement. He's a bloated rainbow socialist. I can do business with him. For a socialist, he's reasonable. He's not the champion I have chosen. I was doing my job. I didn't really like him.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else? Corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic. Verm-like. Corruption. Reaching... Of course. I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a... How could I stop you?
Yeah, of course you want
Are we not
information.
human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural.
Tell her. She'll...
Yes, your disgusting necktie is completely. Let's gossip.
I helped him turn up the heat on the borscht. He's helping me find my
Oh.
gun.
That's so very, very helpful. And how is that going? Do you have any leads on that gun?
No.
Well, maybe he's not as helpful as you thought then. Did you now?
The borscht.
What sort of borscht is he making? The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it?
Nope, I turned
Beyond
it down.
curious. I will choose to interpret that as you turning the alcohol in the strike brew down. And because I don't like the idea of them any more drunk than they already are. What else? Of
Talk
course,
about something
detective.
else.
Should something come up later down the... Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, let's ask about
More
reality.
lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Let's try this.
What is all of this? The scent, the sound.
What world
What
is this?
world? The only one, I suppose.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you say? Nothing.
Great bodies of water, forest-covered surfaces, clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it. These archipelagos include Elysium.
Wait, is this the one with the evil apes? Elysium, the world needs a term of endearment. The world does not deserve a term of endearment. Is this the one with the evil apes?
Not in this case, no. That sounds more like something the Mesk petrofascist. It isn't enough to call us animals. Even animal, they're like you and I suppose. Living organisms don't identify with abstractions. Elysium is for particular beings.
Elysium, the world needs a term of
does.
endearment.
There are those who would call it a term
What's
of
hell?
hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petrofascists.
I don't think I've got the whole picture
Oh.
yet.
You want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit. Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
How about it's a ball inside sideways? What
We
shape
used to
is the
think it
world?
was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been...
ORG. Occident Revachol Grub.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey... Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry.
Okay.
Cold fear seeps into you.
What the hell are you telling me?
You seem to be spooked. Please don't be.
What do
They
you
say
mean?
there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. even scientific positive. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together.
And then everything
However
will be
naive
okay.
it may sound, I don't know about things of that scale. My expertise, but yes, we'll be fine.
She does not seem convinced that you'll be fine. If anything, she's realizing how deep your condition
It doesn't feel like I'm
You
fine.
have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Doesn't sound like any kind of disco I'd like to go to. Well, if you say
See?
it's disco.
Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world.
The cold seeps into you. The air is heavy with 80% humidity. Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your side.
The Pale is not, technically speaking, part of... It is the opposite of reality. Okay.
What is it?
The Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass. Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7. Windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
Okay, we've discovered all of these. And Insulinde is...
An oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest. Katla, the cold.
What's the Pale like?
Odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
I'm gonna unlock this. Spend a skill point, and... What do I want to do? I could do... Yeah, let's go for this. Is it here?
No, Detective. We're safe. It begins there.
As your gaze instinctively turns north, a small black pit opens up in your stomach.
Yes,
Wow.
that is enough. Many cities are built much
And
an uproar
there.
of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world. Imagine a grey coronal mist. Cold vapor, marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. The most disco thing you will ever see.
You hear your pulse rise. The air feels caustic and cold suddenly.
What are its physical
difficult to
qualities?
describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, The further
We're
into
doing this
Pale you
because
travel,
I've got
the
nothing
steeper
else
the degree
to
of
do without
suspension.
Kim, so we might as well
Down
just
to the
explore things.
mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier.
How do you get from Isola to
It
Isola?
is so difficult for us.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor.
It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end, but it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost.
Alright.
Or having our mind extensively. Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past... They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human
What does the
mind
over-radiation feel
is
like?
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travel.
It's more for
Damn.
her. Way more.
You're not a civilian
No
passenger.
nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the Entreprenetic Business Class.
Damn, 22
that
days.
explains a strange pining after the revolution. Someone else you've met may have been exposed as well.
Do
The strange
lorry
grey-haired woman
drivers
in the
pass the Pale?
Yes, carried in the hulls of airships. It's a horrific job.
You should ask the Pale driver about this. That
Okay.
poor woman must have stories to tell, like you wouldn't imagine.
Are you
Up to
over-radiated?
my gills, officer.
What's entropinetic?
Entreprenetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of Grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians
Western
called it
Plain.
the Western Plain.
Did they cross
There
it?
are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been
All right, I'll be
known
right
for
back, chat.
thousands of years.
Alright. Sorry, it's way too hot in here, and I was trying to make sure the AC was set properly. Where are we? Signs of post-mortem. Some of these, yep.
Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Blessed
Aerostatic
hybrid
craft.
airships, detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended. Once you've... In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them then they
And if
don't.
we don't,
Gone,
yeesh.
like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
Alright.
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1.
2 to 1?
There is more Pale than there is matter. What do you think, detective?
There's more and more of the world that's growing.
Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale. An intuitive conclusion of that
Shit.
development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
It's
Most
gonna
people,
happen.
and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, I suggest you...
Off we go. You see the hanged man's mouth open.
Off we go into the
One
wild
and
pale
all.
yonder.
They say Pale is death, but for the universe...
Why should we just leave, and the world get left behind?
Yes,
Alright.
sweet reality. Is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
Nothing, just alcohol fumes and blackout. I sometimes sense vague shadows of the past, and it's not good. I'm getting a sense of who I am, but no, I didn't know this.
Curious. Tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
It will end all life. Persist, faith in one another. That we continue to persist at all is a testament. That's how I feel in real life, but probably not in this game. Its advance can only be stopped with immediate, total, ruthless communism, powerful anti-communist power. I'm worried I have to say it doesn't sound very liberal. I don't know how you've all survived with it. It's a huge accomplishment. Who am I to think of anything?
Mm-hmm.
She observes you.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, detective. If you don't know even this, then... I hope so.
It's a masterpiece, for sure.
If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague, Kitsura.
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot.
You have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
What is this?
It's a neurological disorder caused by
Acute
lack of vitamin D in the brain.
encephalopathy.
Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should...
She conveys it in short, cold bursts, trying not to invest too deeply in the condition of this doomed detective.
What causes it?
Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
It's definitely
She
the
nods.
drinking.
What this boils down to is, this reality thing is stupid. Blow this joint, grab a bottle,
Yes, and perform autoerotic asphyxiation on yourself with your funny necktie out in the open.
wait. This reality thing is the only game in town. It's probably in your interest not to blow it.
Alright,
She
wipe the
stares
urge.
at you, head tilted to the side, with a slightly concerned look on her face.
I want to know what you are.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
What are you?
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations. I am an ultra.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking. It's sharp.
Wait, what's an ultra? Dios mio, a liberal? Cool, I liberate pretty hard myself. What's an ultra?
Ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the revolution. It's, not the moderate kind.
I liberate pretty hard myself.
No. Not like me. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp who pushed the king under a shitwagon. Are you liberated enough to offer up your home on a plate for financial colonists? No. I think not.
Do you find me
In
frightening?
her green eyes you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride. Forgive her, but only because you like pearlescent teeth and those light green eyes.
What do we want to do? I'll just say I forgive you.
I do hope so. I do hope we're able to remain collegial despite it all. When the dust settled, the Liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last
Would
generation.
you have done something
managed.
differently?
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinez a monument to the effort.
An appropriate warning to those who cross the line and pull the city into madness while a gentle wind sweeps the streets in the rebuilt east. Light drizzle washing it clean. Lights go up and motor carriages
I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the coalition. Not here in Martinez. And not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for...
She realizes her small, cold fists are clenched. She loosens them.
Then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them...
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the
You're
ocean.
a patriot?
Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot.
You're a smart woman.
My intellectual vanity will be my
And
yes.
you have daughters.
Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother and a wife. Glad to have
That's
been
all
of
for
assistance.
now.
The little that I know. Anything else?
Okay, thank you. Woo! Quick save. That was a long one. Ask the scab leader. Open the door. Let's go to the west as well. Sheesh. So let's go open this thing down here to the west. Scab leader. Ugh. I don't think I can go through that pit, so yeah, I think we're going the right way. Whoa! Who are these guys?
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where...
Pull it.
You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud... The water lock starts moving.
Hey! Nice. Do I cross here? I do cross here. Whole new area, everyone. Alright, here's what I want to do. I want to equip my bag. Oh, I've already got it. Sweet. More Real. Oh, we got a whole new area to explore. So this is what we're doing while Kim's gone, I guess. Breaker box. Maybe there's something inside. Oh, over here. Do we want to go north or south? Oh man, there's a ton of stuff. Let's hit the north first. Banged up fuel canister. Huh. Alright. Some steps here. Someone crashed this.
A banged up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only it must be cold and lonely down there. The seawater has already started to corrode the metalwork. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
Ah!
The motor carriage sits in the salty ocean water, cold and sad. It doesn't have an opinion. A seagull takes
I should
off
investigate.
from the half-submerged machine. It's almost like the bird. You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
Run your hand over
motor carriage
it.
is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out a single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles. But this one looks worn even in places the salt
Okay.
water hasn't.
What's the make of
The
it?
logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out.
How long's
The
it been
accident
here?
couldn't have happened too long ago. The ice hasn't closed up around the vehicle, so the crash must have happened.
Looks
last
like Jacob.
Saturday. Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yet another case of the engine displacement triumphing over
The sad sunken vehicle refuses to respond.
What should I
Although
do?
the sunken motor carriage is probably flattered by you addressing it, it might be a good idea to wait for the tide to recede.
Alright, sit on the swing and wait. It was 10:49.
As you sit down in the old rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Alright, let's whistle.
The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. It's sad that no one and nothing but the sunken vehicle is here to witness it, but the unexpected beauty of the tune lifts your spirit. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
I wonder what all these people in the city behind me are doing.
Dreaming, drinking, fucking, fighting, trying to improve their lives, wishing for a better tomorrow.
And the tide is
It's
taking its
unclear
sweet time.
whether the sunken vehicle agrees or not, but merely uttering these words gives you the illusion of time speeding up.
Oh, I gotta finish this and then it'll be
Just like
done.
how the crazy daredevil piloting that vehicle must have accelerated into the clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
It's taking a long time.
Is. It feels as the city behind you grows silent in the waiting. Seems like an eternity as a dim light scatters from the cloud cover above the city. In it, you can see the blue and white motor carriage slowly appear from the water, centimeter by centimeter, as the sea recedes.
Alright, can I make it
Yes,
out?
the emblem, now visible above the waterline, belongs to the Capri Motor Corporation. Below it stands the model name, 40.
Alright,
Yes,
send a
number
number.
41, as in precinct 41. Come on, man. That's our
Ho
ride.
ho ho. 41 could mean so many things. Even the motor carriage is mine. Literally anyone could have driven into the sea. It could
Come
mean
on,
so
Harry.
many things.
There's nowhere to run. It's just you and me, old friend.
Someone
Come on,
could have
Harry.
done it.
There's nowhere to run. Come on, Harry.
Oh,
There's nowhere to run.
God.
I'm so sorry, Harry. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. Oh, God, Harry. Oh, God, Harry. What did you do? No. Just no. Say no to this, Harry.
It's not true. It can't be.
No matter how many times you say it,
Damn.
it won't change the truth. Yes, Harry, you did. The sooner you accept it, the sooner you can move on.
Jeez. Maybe I was in pursuit. How do we get you out? I can fix it. They're not going to take me back after this, are they? The badge, the gun, and now this.
Keep moving. You're a shark. You stop, you die. You will
Maybe
not.
I was in pursuit. How do we get you
don't.
out? Oh, God.
No, you can't.
Are they going to take
After
me back?
losing every single thing you were entrusted with, I wouldn't hold my breath.
Alright, let's check it out.
An aggressive-looking seagull lands on the swing set and stares at you with a murderous look. Coach physical instrument. Wait, how did you know all those hammer throw techniques? How do you know how to hold a discus? Or the world youth record in discus? Something doesn't add up here. This mushy thing between your ears didn't know the name of the city you're in, but it comes loaded with trivia about the correct chin position of...
Okay. Sheesh. Cafeteria window needs perception. The mirror and Titus. Alright, so if we take off our shirt... There we go. We get physical instrument. Let's go look at this. The jacket. And... Oh, my badge. Cool. Thick blue piece of acrylic covering a thin leaf of paper with the officer's name and rank. See a younger version of you already disintegrating. Alright, so we're going to interact with stuff. We're going to do a quick save. Alright, and we're going to do the interacts. So we're going to start with this. We've seen this. Alright, put that away. Next.
A crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads, Tutti Frutti. It smells faintly of apricots, with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon.
Okay, why do I care?
Question. There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper. Yet you're drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with it.
I'll hang on to it just in case.
Into a square before putting it back into your pocket. Loving.
Alright, let's interact with this. Got it. Interact with this. Nothing.
6
interact with
crumbling
this.
petals rest on your palm. Somewhere in central Jamrock, Lieutenant Kitsuragi steps into the public library. Rows of shelves pass on either side.
Ah, so we need him.
Feel he should be.
Interact
The
with
portal
this.
reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is rooted behind the magnetic reader.
Hey! Go. Cut it out. These cats. These cats. Play the
Not so
tape.
fast. Somewhere between the GRIH and Elysium.
Okay. Again, another thing. Interact with
The front of
this.
this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the... Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same... Because Friesel
Why
was
Friesel?
incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire. To
And
your
flip
disappointment,
through.
there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text. After rifling the pages with your thumb the magazine is divided into several sections. International developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover.
Alright, let's read the note.
As you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal alla fume. This was his way of describing, but like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going a la fume. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fume is committed. So please, If you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors. You flip back to the front of the magazine.
All
The
right,
table of
let's do
contents
the
unfolds
international
before you.
developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border. Something about bear wrestling in Samara. But face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents.
All right, local concerns.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles. You
Yeah.
skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their
If it weren't
rent.
for Wild Pines, they'd be out of a job. Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. Wouldn't it be better for everyone if labor and capital could reach some reasonable... Yeah.
According to these editorials, there can be no accommodation with the forces of international capital or their mucilaginous allies. Why do communists love puerile insults? And they wonder why they're... You flip back to the front of the magazine.
Kunst und
It
Kultur.
takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
All right,
This
read the
so-called
profile.
artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident that certainly sounds like a certain delinquent youth who likes to harass you from her balcony.
What's the
actual
Tip Top
article is
Tournée?
surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing.
All right, let's see.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects.
All right, what's
Where
wrong?
to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships. And then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
All right, who wrote
Oddly
this?
enough, this article has 2 bylines. Nasdaq
And what's
is
so
allowed
bad
under
about the
capitalism.
sponsorships?
The article says, every pursuit has its price.
Oh, I'm
Every
tired.
pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around. Thus, the so-called tournée becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a fritter.
Makes me think about the stuff happening in golf. Yeah, so I like sports, obviously, but in golf, the LIV or Live, whatever the fuck it's called, versus the PGA Tour, and how it's just all about money. Do you care about taking money from Saudi Arabia, or do you want to say that it's the tradition and you're staying in PGA? It's like a political stance, but it's all for money.
And
Good
that
to see the
precisely
crash.
is what's problematic about
Back to the game.
Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, at the
Yeah,
end of the day,
this is
it's
NASCAR.
the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching.
I'm really
You
just in
see,
it for the violence.
One cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tournée is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment. You flip back to the front of the magazine.
All right, that's good. And our badge.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You, some seaweed. The
I found
man
my badge.
in the photo looks at you solemnly.
Study it.
Placed between 2 durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid. You see a photo, a name, a rank.
I feel like I need
document
Kim here.
number, the date of issue, and in the lower right, the
Look
man
at the
keeps
photo.
winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The good choice. A newer photo would look different. 8,
How old?
maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
Why is he
What do you
winking?
think? His face is already contorted by the expression. It looks better on him because he isn't in as much pain while producing it as you are now. Although there's already a hint of that pain, certainly.
Damn, our tasks are getting a lot lower. We're doing pretty good.
Don't be fooled. The bad times have already... The
Yeah, I
badge
believe
in your
that.
hand shines as you rotate it.
Alright, check the name.
This document confirms it. Harriet Dubois, i.e., Harry is really your name. That's
The
what
rank?
it says on the badge. You should look at the badge when Lieutenant
Yes.
Kitsuragi is around. The
Yep,
badge
so we
in
gotta
your
inspect a
hand
lot of
shines
stuff.
as you rotate it. Rivershore,
With Kim around.
Precinct 41. You don't remember what the numbers in the middle. The badge was issued roughly 4 months.
In
The number
Precinct
shows
41.
that this badge belongs. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light.
Put it away. Good stuff. And I had something else to interact with.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of arson,
Case files.
petty theft, spousal abuse. You
Not
don't
the
exactly
case files.
close them. So much it takes
Read a
about
case
half
file.
an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
Alright, I can
Not
revisit
much has
this.
changed in the
Put it away. Am I internalizing a thought? I will unlock one more. And I'm going to go with... Cold-blooded, hard. First, if you have a side bitch ideology cooking somewhere, don't sweat it, fighting indirect taxation, gossip, say it's crazy, cool anarchist, and yeah. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. And we should still be able to level one up. What do we care about? Composure? No. Perception, no. Perception, yes. Oh, so I think it's perception. Mirror, interfacing, and rhetoric for Titus. So is it perception? Or rhetoric? I think it's rhetoric, right? Yeah, it's rhetoric. Okay. That's just telling us this.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
I'm a real
course.
radical.
A radical centrist. In these bright and loud times, it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
Where is the Kingdom of Conscience?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
How do you bring them about?
Yawn. You'd get there fast. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. 2. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually. The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe.
Of
Partly
course.
because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today.
Post-capitalist,
It's
post-national.
also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even...
Alright, let's do it.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising?
Let's get there eventually.
Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Rivershaw. When that...
Alright, cool. Okay. Looks like there's a lot to do up there. Do we want to go down here? Let's do a quick save. And let's go to the right. Let's start with this. Ah, we gotta go up here. Okay. Okay. this? No entry. It's for anarchists or something. All right. Well, that finishes that off. Let's do another quick save. Let me check the cat. Oh, God. They really know how to pick the worst times. What are you doing? Cats are fighting. Give me a minute. All right, chat. I think I'm going to have to end it here. I got a couple things that I got to take care of. So we kind of made some progress today. Would have liked to get a little bit further in our investigation, but what are you going to do? So just quick stream update. I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow. It might be a short stream if I do happen to get on in the afternoon, but it doesn't look likely. So that means you can look forward to a Friday stream. Hopefully I'll have a longer stream on Friday, 3-4 hours. I'm hoping. Again, as always, I appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate you checking in on the stream, watching the videos, the VODs on Twitch and YouTube. Like and subscribe and follow and all that good stuff. Would mean a lot to me. We got some more Disco Elysium, however you want to pronounce it, coming your way in the next few days. Hopefully we actually solve the case then. I was hoping for a bit longer and more productive stream, but yeah, things happen. So such is life, guys. All right. Thanks again. And yeah, until next time, have a good one, everyone. All right.